Well, this is kind of interesting, folks. So this is my freeze miser in my stock tank. I had it shut off because I didn't want it just flooding everything, because we had a bunch of days where we were going to be above freezing. And so I come down here, I got ice on the tank, which it's not very thick, maybe like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch thick, something like that. Not bad. But I figured since there's ice on the stock tank, there'd be ice on the garden hose and it'd be froze solid. But that freeze miser is freeze misering. So today I just wanted to show a few things on the farm and give an update on our hay. So in a previous video, it may have been a couple videos ago, but in a previous video I explained how somebody on the internet told me, just throw the round bales out there. Don't worry about a hay ring. This gentleman has not used a hay ring for a while now, and he loves it. Well, I tried that experiment, and my one round bale that normally lasts about 3 days lasted me 1 day. And I know in a previous video I showed the aftermath, currently where they're laying. Can you guys stop knocking down the fence? That would be really appreciated if you jerks could quit knocking down my fence posts and then twisting them up. Ugh, these jerks. I might need a second here to untwist this. Oh, I got it. So, I wanted to show a small little update on that. That's where it was down there. And like I say, it lasted 1 day. And after that day, I gave them 2 round bales up here. And these 2 round bales have been lasting, I did that Saturday. Today is Wednesday. So that gets me 4 days. So I'm going to be able to get just about my 3 days out of these round bales, which is important for me because I want to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth. I do not want to waste money, and yes, I will say it's a waste because right now I don't need fertilizer. And maybe that's the distinction I need to start making, is hay on the ground is only a waste if you cannot afford the fertilizer. And that's actually a good point. So if I were to go out and fertilize this field and spend $1 million, that'd be a waste of money because I'm never going to get that money back out of that 1 million. So it'd be the same thing with these cows. Why would I go out here, fertilize this field if I was afraid that I was never going to make the money back? So it's a good thought I had there. Thanks, Murphy, for giving me that thought, since I had to play with your fence because you're being a bad cow. I blame you, even though it probably wasn't you, child. But I guess that's the differentiation that I will make is the difference between, I might have another section of fence down because this is really loose here. Or maybe this fence post was just supposed to be out here. I don't remember. Sorry, guys. A little rambly. But that's a good point. These round bales are lasting me 3 days in a bale ring. Now, yes, you see there's a little baby inside of the ring, which is not helping the longevity of it, but it's pretty much eaten down. And at this point, I would move this bale ring because that will allow them to clean that up, also have a nice dry place to sleep, and be good. But that's why I say it's not always important what your neighbor says or what some person on the internet says, because they may have enough cows to eat an entire round bale in 1 day. I hypothesize that if there was enough cows to eat an entire round bale every day, I could do that method. They would be in there, they'd eat it all down, and they wouldn't waste as much. However, I don't have enough cows to do that. A round bale lasts about 3 days in a ring. So in 1 day it to be gone, that's quite a difference there. And again, yes, it's fertilizer, but right now I cannot afford fertilizer. I need to afford, hay. And you may say, well, then quit being so cheap or quit having so many cows that you can actually afford hay. Well, that's not quite the situation either. I can afford the hay that I purchased and am using for hay. I just can't afford to waste this hay, because that is what I would be doing if I put it out here and just let them go to town on it. So it's a very, very interesting thought. And that might be a way to differentiate the difference between fertilizer and feed, because I know a lot of folks have an issue with that. So anyhow, guys, just a quick little update on the feed rings. I think they're worth it. You know, I really think feed rings are going to be the way that I go in the future, because it just works too well. The amount of effort that I have to put in to move them is very minimal, and they save me about 2 days worth of feed per round bale. So to save that much money per round bale times 40 round bales, I mean, shoo, that's quite a bit. You know, that's pretty good in my opinion, I shall say. So anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.